Marinette? Alex skated around the corner and froze when she saw her friend akumatize. Don't be scared, Alex, Amore says calmly. I'm Amore, and I'm here to save you, she smiles. No, you're an Akuma. Ladybug and Cat Noir will stop you, Alex shouts as Kim runs up behind her. It's so nice of you to join us, Kim. She holds up both her arms as if she is getting ready to shoot an imaginary arrow at them. Marinette? Kim asks, and a bright pink light forms between Amore's arms and penetrates through Alex and Kim's hearts. You two are devoted to me now, so find Cat Noir and bring him to me. Amore commands, and the purple magic appears once again on her face. What are you doing, Amore? We need both Miraculouses, Hawkmoth shouts. Just sit back and trust me, Hawkmoth. I know what I'm doing, she says as two white wings spread on her back and she takes off into the air. She couldn't have gotten too far, Nino says as he searches the streets with Alia. I don't know, Nino. That girl is good at hiding. Alia sighs. Don't worry, Alia. We'll find her. Nino hugs his girlfriend and tries and comfort her when a white figure lands in front of them. It seems I didn't get as far as I wanted, Amore mocks him. Marinette? Nino stutters. No, I'm Amore, she smiles. And you two are mine. She shoots both of them with her magic arrows. Take out your phone, Alia, she orders, and Alia obediently starts recording for her lady blog. Hello, Paris. It seems we have a new Akuma victim. Come and find me, Cat Noir, before I find Adrien Agreste and make him pay for what he did to me, Amore says before taking Alia's phone and breaking it. Adrien saw the video on his phone and looked up at Kagami. I'm sorry, I have to go. Adrien, wait. Kagami grabs his hand and he looks back at her with concern. Stay safe, she says, and he smiles slightly with a nod. Adrien quickly finds a quiet place to transform, but was interrupted by a small red wisp appearing before him. Adrien! Tiki? Adrien holds up his hand so she can rest. Where's Ladybug? It's complicated, but she can't use it right now, Tiki explains. But what about the Akuma? I can't purify an Akuma on my own, Adrien panics. Yes, you can, Adrien. Tiki places the earring in Adrien's hands before taking off his Cat Noir ring and passing it to Plag. What? There's no way I can be Mr. Bug again, not without my lady by my side. Adrien looks down at the earrings with sorrow. You can do this, Adrien. You can save Marinette. Plag encourages him, and Adrien nods his head with a newfound motivation. Adrien puts in the earrings and looks at Plag. Find a place to hide, all right, Plag? Adrien asks, and Plag flies away. Tiki, spots on! Adrien transforms into Mr. Bug and takes off towards the Eiffel Tower. Mr. Bug lands at the top of the tower where Amore was awaiting him. She turns around to face him and her eyes widen in shock. Cat Noir? Yes, mi amor? Mr. Bug smirks. It seems you're merely a cat in Bug's clothing. Well, that's not very nice, he spins his yo-yo. Please, you don't even know how to use that. Amore teases as she holds up her arms again. The light forms in her hands as she shoots it towards Mr. Bug. He deflects it with the yo-yo and continues to stand his ground. She hums in response. That's cute, Cat Noir. Now hand over my Miraculous. She holds her arms up once again. The name's Mr. Bug. He tries to wrap her in the yo-yo, but she easily dodges and grabs his arm. She quickly twists his arm behind his back and pins him against the railing of the tower. Not for long. She starts to take off one of his earrings, but he steps onto the railing and does a backflip off the side of the tower. He nimbly lands like a cat on a lower level and quickly fixes his posture once he realizes how he's standing. Gosh dang it, Plag, this isn't working. Lucky charm! He interrupts his own thoughts as he holds up his hand and summons a small bottle of breath freshener. What am I supposed to do with this? Wait, did he just say that? My gosh, I sound like Ladybug. He blushes as he stows away the small spray bottle and swings off the tower with his yo-yo. He desperately examines the area for clues as he soars through the sky. Suddenly, a white figure flies above him and tackles him onto the ground. I won't let you leave me, Amore shouts. What? He hesitates for a moment, and Amore doesn't stumble to take advantage of his momentary lapse of judgment. She pulls on him tightly and ties him to a pole with his own yo-yo. Hey, wait, that's not fair! This never happens to Ladybug, Mr. Bug pouts. This always happens to Ladybug. She just knows how to get out of it, Amore smirks. Now hold still. I promise this won't hurt. Amore holds up her arms once again and the pink light appears. His Miraculous rings in his ears, signaling he only has 3 minutes left. He frantically struggles within the rope before feeling the breath freshener in his pocket. I'm so sorry, Marinette. I know it hurts, but you'll forgive me, right? What? Ah! Amore screams as Mr. Bug sprayed her in the face with the breath freshener. Ow! My eyes! She falls on her knees and cries. I'm sorry, I know it burns, Marinette, but I promise I'll fix everything. He quickly looks around him for answers as his earrings flash once again, and he seriously starts to struggle. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap! I don't have time for this! He mentally panics as he struggles to be set free from his own yo-yo. Amore was crying and rubbing her eyes as the purple light from Hawkmoth appeared. Do it now, Amore! Grab his Miraculous! Right! Amore turns around, eyes red and puffy as she can barely see in front of her. She reaches towards Mr. Bug and runs her hands up his chest and onto his neck in search for his ears. Her hands finally land on his ear as she pulls out one of his earrings. Marinette, stop! Mr. Bug shouts as he starts to transform back. He then notices her satchel. No, I can't reach it from here. I need a way to get her closer to me. He thinks as he feels Amore trace her hands over his chest once again to find his other ear. Marinette, please, don't do this. His voice was soft. Why? So he can break my heart all over again? She cries. Who? He stops himself when he thinks back to the video. You're looking for me? His eyes widen in disbelief. You like me? No, I'm in love with Adrian. She dips her head as she starts to fiddle with the second earring. That's it! He quickly leans in and kisses her. Amore's hands drop onto his chest and her crying fades. She leans in closer to him and he quickly grabs her satchel and rips it. No! Amore falls onto her butt and transforms back into Marinette. She rubs her eyes and stares up at Mr. Bug. Cat Noir? She then stands up and unties him. I'm so sorry, Marinette. I didn't mean to hurt you. He takes his missing earring back from Marinette and quickly captures the Akuma. Bye-bye, little butterfly. Miraculous Mr. Bug! Mr. Bug? Marinette tilts her head in confusion before laughing. That's ridiculous. You think I'm ridiculous? He kneels down next to her. Of course not. Thank you, Mr. Bug. Marinette says while pointing at his flashing earrings. Marinette, I'm sorry that I hurt you. He takes her hand in his. What do you mean? I didn't know that you loved me. He blushed. Huh? What? Marinette is interrupted by the flash of Mr. Bug's transformation back into Adrian. I'm sorry. Stop apologizing! She tightly grabs his hand and pulls him behind a building before people started flooding the streets again. You don't need to apologize to me, Adrian. But, no! I don't care if you love Kagami. I don't love Kagami. Adrian interrupts her. Marinette stared silently up at Adrian before biting her lip and looking down at her satchel. She quietly opened it up and took out a macaroon, holding it out in the palm of her hand. Adrian tilted his head before Tiki nervously flew out from behind him and started to eat it. What? I'd like my earrings back, please. She held out her other hand to him. He looked down at her hand, clearly hurt by her curtness, but he understood. He hurt her in the worst way possible, and she didn't even remember the pain from the Listerine breath freshener. He took off the earrings and placed them in her hand. He looked back up to meet her gaze, but she was already turned away. He watched her turn the corner and he dropped onto his knees. Adrian? Plag asked, hugging the ring tightly to his chest. What have I done? Hey guys, it's the Mentally Hilarious Fangirl. If you enjoyed this chapter of Today's the Day, make sure you like this video. If you would like to see an animated blooper video of my voice failures, make sure you go back to the first chapter and share it with a bunch of your miraculous friends. If you would like to see some behind the scenes art before the video is uploaded, make sure you go follow me on Instagram at @theunknownotaku. And if you would like to see some cosplays and some other weird stuff I do, follow me on Instagram at @thementallyhilariousfangirl. If you enjoy this video, make sure you click the red subscribe button and click post notifications so you're notified when I upload a new video. Go ahead and make the fullest out of quarantine and use this time to get caught up on some of your fandoms. Bye guys!